Hello everyone, welcome to Bright Tutorial. In this video we will discuss EVS of your paper 1, Ctet paper 1, that is of 30 marks, 30 questions, 15 from content and 15 from methodology. Okay, first question. Which of the following animals front teeth keep growing throughout its life? Squirrel. Concept. Different animals have different teeth. The type of teeth depends on the type of food an animals eat. So requirement of the food habits. The types are in the shape of whatever the food is consumed by that particular animal. Okay. Some are short and some are sharp. Squirrels front teeth keep growing throughout their life. They have to keep gnawing on things to keep their teeth from becoming too long. Okay, snakes have sharp curved teeth, but they do not chew their prey. Snakes always swallow their food whole. Cats have sharp teeth for tearing and cutting meat. Thus a squirrel's front teeth keep on growing throughout its life. Identify the most suitable characteristic from the given options about the honeybee. So the answer is A and D. Only the queen bee lays the eggs and worker bees look for food and bring it to the beehive. Concept is a honeybee is a flying insect. It is always known for its ability to produce honey by collecting nectar from flowers, hence the name honeybee. Honeybees are attracted to flowers. Honeybees live in a beehive, which is commonly used to describe the nest of any bee colony. Honeybees lay their eggs from October to December. Honeybees like to feed on sugar syrup. Every bee colony consists of 3 types of bees: queen bee, male bee, and worker bee. People who have been living in the forest for at least 25 years have a right over the forest land and what is grown on it. This act is derived from Right to Forest Act 2007. The Government of India has enacted various acts and legislature with an aim to protect our environment. So the Right to Forest Act 2007 recognizes the forest rights and occupation in the forest land of the scheduled tribes and other traditional dwellers who have been residing in the forest for generations. People who have been living in the forest for at least 25 years have a right to the forest land and what is grown on it. They should not be removed from the forest. The work of protecting the forest should be done by Gram Sabha. So who will do the work of protecting the forest is Gram Sabha. Thus people who have been living in the forest for at least 25 years have a right to the land, forest land, and what is grown on it is mandated by the Right to Forest Act 2007. How about the Act? Forest Rights Act, FRA. It was enacted on 29th December 2006. It came into force on 31st December 2007. It deals with the rights of the communities that dwell in the forests over land and other resources. It recognizes forest rights of forest dwelling, scheduled tribes and other traditional forest dwellers. Forest dwellers in the sense the people who comes from the forest are the people who born in the forest, okay, who have been residing in such forest for generations. Okay, this is all explanation. Zoom farming is slash and also called slash and burn farming. Okay, zoom farming is a type of shifting agriculture. It is the most common type of agriculture practice in Northeast India. It is also called slash and burn agriculture. It is a shifting cultivation practice. It's also known as fire fallow cultivation. Why? Because they will smash it, they will slash and burn it. They will burn all the remained crop here. That's why it is fire fallow cultivation. After cutting one crop, the land is left as it is for some years. Nothing is grown there. Forest land is cleaned and ashes are added to the soil. So they will add the ashes. Why? Because then after they are adding the ashes to the earth becomes somewhat cultivated. Okay, somewhat fertile, you can say. Cultivated spots and areas are usually small. Short periods of crop occupation alternate with long follow periods in one farm. Different types of crops like maize, vegetables, chilies, rice can be grown. The farmer cultivates on a plot of land temporarily. When finding the land infertile to grow due to soil exhaustion, they move on to the another plot. Ronald Ross received the Nobel Prize in Medicine in 1902 for discovering that malaria is transmitted by mosquito. So about this, Sir Ronald Ross was a British medical doctor. He received the Nobel Prize for Physiology or Medicine in 1902. His work on the transmission of malaria made him become the first British Nobel laureate born outside Europe. He discovered the malaria parasite in the gastrointestinal tract of a mosquito in 1897. He proved that malaria was transmitted by mosquitoes. He further laid the foundation for the method of combating the diseases. Which of the following part of cinchona tree is used to treat malaria? Bark. The bark of a cinchona tree. Okay, this is the tree, and they will use the bark as a drug to the malaria. Poisonous teeth of snakes are called fangs. Snakes can't hear the sounds but respond only by feeling the vibrations through their skin. They do not have external ears. They have only feel the vibrations on the ground. Of the many kinds of snakes found in our country, only 4 types of snakes are poisonous. They are cobra, common krait, Russell's viper, dubois, saw-scaled viper of eye. A snake has 2 hollow teeth, fangs. Those are called fangs. Hollow in the sense there is a empty place in between them. Hollow like bamboo sticks, like hollow in the sense there is a gap in between them. Which of the following is a non-poisonous snake found in India? Indian rock python is a non-poisonous snake, and the remaining are poisonous. Russell's viper is poisonous. Saw-scaled viper is poisonous. Indian rock python is a poisonous. Indian rock python non-poisonous. Common krait poisonous. Vermicomposting is a method of composting that uses earthworm. What we will use here? We use the earthworm. Pashmina variety of wool is obtained from the which animal? Goat. Pashmina is a fine type of wool which was first woven in Ladakh. Pashmina is a Persian and Pashmina, which means made from wool. Pashmina in the sense what? It's a Persian word and it means what? Made from wool. Pashmina was first encountered by the Europeans in Kashmir. Later it came to be known as Kashmir. The Iranians who came to Kashmir through the Ladakh route gave the fabric its name Pashmina. So Kashmir, and the name laid to it is by Iran people. The wool comes from Changtagi goat or a Pashmina goat, which are a special breed of goats found in the high altitudes regions of Nepal and India. The Changpa tribe from the Changtang region of the Ladakh are the traditional producers of Pashmina wool. Incomplete burning of fossil fuels emits carbon monoxide, and this could be very dangerous to our environment. And this is the some explanation here. You can pause the video and check out for the explanation. A technique of watering plants by making use of narrow tubing which delivers water directly at the base of a plant is called drip irrigation. Okay, and this was the explanation for it. Which of the following plants traps and eats insects? Pitcher plant. Okay. Collection of rainwater for future use is called rainwater harvesting. And this is the explanation. Which of the following diseases is spread by mosquitoes? How many are there? 3 are there. A, C, D. Malaria, dengue, chikungunya. Child-centered classroom ensure conducive environment for students to learn. Which of the following suggests the same? Teacher provides learning situations that gives students an opportunity to observe, explore questions, experience, and develop an understanding of various concepts. In a class fifth chapter across the wall, if teacher or if allows students to share experiences of sports they play, which are the following best explains his attempts. Develop an understanding of issues like similar games for boys and girls, equal opportunities for all, and team spirit. Okay. Across the wall is a unit of fifth class. Is all about giving opportunities to children to share their experience with games. And this comes from the textbook from NCRT. Which of the following is the most suitable to transact EVS in primary school? Inquiry based teaching. Going to field visits are important in EVS teaching. Which of the following is true for such visits? Going to a place near school with pre-planning and follow up activity. So there will be an activity. An EVS classroom should be a happy classroom. Which one of the following statement is true in this regard? Observe, explore, ask questions and do activities. Family tree is a useful tool for developing analytical thinking among children. It pertains to relationships between members of family across several generations. Indicator for assessment in EVS is discussing. There must be discussion. Under the theme mapping for class 3, which activity would be the most appropriate for students? Ask them to draw a route from their home to the school. A teacher has to teach the sub-theme animals to class 1 students. Which one of the following strategy is more appropriate to translate this theme to the learner? Takes students on a trip to the zoo to give them concrete experience. Dr. Beaumont's experiments help students in understanding the role of a scientist. Arrange the steps given below of the scientific method in a proper sequence. So the sequence is 632-541. Make an observation, ask a question, propose a hypothesis, make predictions, test the predictions, record results, and draw conclusions. The best strategy of giving students the experience of biological diversity. Take them to a bird sanctuary for observing. Aditya is an gifted boy and feels his class teachers should cater to his curiosity. What intervention is his teacher required to make? Use some customized material to teach him. Which one of the following is a part of environmental studies? Issues concern of science and social sciences. Dramatization is considered as a good method for teaching learning of EVS for slow learners. Which is the most appropriate reason or reasons for selecting dramatization for them? A and B. Traditional drama technique make it easy for them to relate to a concept. Interactive drama stay with students' memory for a long time. EVS textbooks support students to construct knowledge through all issues. So there will be the okay, this is all in this video about EVS. So do practice as many as possible previous year questions to qualify in the Ctet.